What is up, my frosty brethren? My name is Arctic, and today I'm bringing you guys a build breakdown for the newest hero to join the Paragon roster. That's our main man, Riktor. Now, Riktor is a crowd control tank with the ability to isolate a single enemy hero from the pack with his Whiplash ability, which is just awesome to use, very gratifying, skill shot 100% of the way, and it helps set up your teammates for kills, or it gets them out of sticky situations. He also has an ability to stun and lock down multiple enemies with his ultimate called Skewer, which is in the shape of an AoE cone. And the icing on the cake, his affinities are aligned with Intellect and Corruption, which provide him with a nice set of cards to complement his kit in combat. So my build for Riktor is largely structured around various phases of the game. The enemy team's damage type, be it physical or energy, also kind of helps determine the direction I build for my armor resistance. And the core concept behind the build is basically to strike a balance between cooldown reduction and armor resistances. So you guys will see me trying to min-max as much as I can in this build in order to maximize how often I can use that Skewer ability and Whiplash. And I mentioned there are phases, but before we get to that, here's my ability leveling ordering. So leveling abilities look something like this. You guys will notice that I'm trying to maximize my Whiplash ability as soon as humanly possible, maxing it out by level 12. Now I start off the gate at level 1, putting in a point into Whiplash because Whiplash is what sets up the rest of the kit. You pull those enemies towards you. It's either pulling them away from your teammates to save them or pulling them towards your teammates to get those kills. And as you level Whiplash, the length of the ability that it extends gets farther and farther and farther. So by the time you're at level 4 or 5, by level 9 or 12, you can almost pull people basically, if they're under tower, towards you on the edge. So just think about that when you are picking Riktor and you're like, how do I want to level him? Get that as quick as possible. Electrocute can be used for AoE. I get that level 2, level 8. Sometimes I might get it at 7, but 8. Then I go 11 and then 13. And then Shock Therapy I end up getting at level 4, right before Skewer. So Shock Therapy silences enemies and it slows them. So this is great for locking down those Muriels, locking down Gideons or any hero that can teleport. So to kind of think about that if you are going into combat, very important to use that as a way to stick a hero that can kind of get mobile on you, stick them in place. Now my card build order is completely structured around the various stages of the game. I mentioned that before. So there's the early game, mid game, and then the late game. And then obviously my Amber farm or my card experience gain is pivotal in shaping the timing of the build. So here's my card order. So my card order looks something like this. I end up picking up Reaper's Key right off the bat and the health potion. And I use my Reaper's Key within the first 3 to 5 minutes, depending on who else is planning harvesters. If there's another person, then I try to wait and grab one of the other sides, be it either blue or red side, and a side harvester, which pop up at 6 minutes. Once I hit 9 card points, and this is really important, once I hit 9 card points, I go back to base, I drop my Reaper's Key, and then pick up Shockwave, which is great for initiating fights or extending my lockdown on an enemy. I grab them, pull them in, use my ults, and then hit them with a Shockwave. They're locked down for quite some time, and Shockwave knocks up enemy opponents. So it's a great activatable card. It triggers every 2 minutes after use. It's awesome. Awesome. I then follow up with Blood-Soaked Armor, which is great. It's also an activatable card. I end up putting that on my 2 typically, and that is good in some cases early game if you're getting hit by it's like a Twin Blast, for example, or a Sparrow. You activate that and it applies a bleed to someone that hits you with basic attacks. I then follow up with either Tempered Plate or Tune Barrier, depending on the enemy team's composition. If they're heavy physical damage, then I'll go Tempered Plate. If they're heavy energy damage, I'll go Tune Barrier. And then after that, it's an alternating pickup for me between Quantum Casing and Ether Weave Mesh, which is armor that also has cooldown on it. So quantum casing is for physical. So if the enemy team is physical, I'll go that first. If they're energy, then I typically go with Ether Weave Mesh, and I have advanced chronos on there on all 3 of those. So the last card I have in my deck, and this is kind of on a case-by-case basis, I'll pick up Tainted Magic and use that as a bit of an offensive maneuver. So Tainted Magic applies a poison based on damage ticks. So if you have your E, which is Electrocute, you activate that, and then you activate Tainted Magic, you're going to apply a pretty persistent poison on them. It's going to be quite a bit of damage because of that AoE that has those damage ticks, and it applies the stack. So it's really awesome combination to use. And that's pretty much my entire build. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. I have plenty more on the way. Riktor is the man. He is the man. And until the next time, folks, I will catch you all later. Stay frosty. Did you enjoy this video?
It was hot. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making this video. If you enjoyed this video, what do you think they should do?
They should like and subscribe. Is that too much?
I was, you know, on a scale of like 1 to 10, that was probably like 8. You can bring it down to a 5. What's your 5?
Bring it down. Like and subscribe.
That was like a 3.
I got it. Like and subscribe, guys.